The next trade that we have is probably the most shocking one, in my opinion, and that's going to be the Los Angeles Clippers trading James Harden to the
Oh boy.
Cleveland Cavaliers. And I've heard that James Harden did ask for a trade. I also heard that he didn't ask for a trade. I want to know about what you guys' thoughts are on that. And they get Darius Garland and a second round pick in return.
I would just like to reference that viral clip of the broadcaster being like, pipe this into the Clippers locker room so James Harden can listen to me. And it's one of those things where it's like he wanted all of this. They tried to get him all of that in every situation and it didn't work and now he's asking out for another team. So people have made jokes to me, it's like how soon does he ask out of Cleveland because either the strip clubs or the system doesn't work for him. You know what I mean? Like it's
Food's not good there either.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's Skyline and Chili, so do with that what you want to. But as far as actual basketball, and this is what all the talking heads brought up, so I want to know where you guys are at on this. It's the defensive concerns. Like Cleveland already moved off DeAndre Hunter, who was one of their better perimeter defenders. Now you're getting James Harden, who we know is a cone. I don't know if anybody you
Yeah, I
disagree
mean
with
he's a
me, James
cone, but
Harden's
you
a
just
cone.
the thing is you traded Darius Garland, who's also a cone, so it's not really much of a difference. I think the main issue is it is a win now type of trade. I mean, you traded a
They're
26-year-old
trying to
for a
go for it.
36-year-old here, and that's a 10-year difference.
Because you're seeing the Pistons in the East, and I think teams are starting to realize that this is the East is just wide open. These top six in the East are wide open. Hell, the Hornets could steal a play-in spot for all we know, the way they're playing right now.
So yes, definitely a win now move, which is why I really like this for the Clippers because I mean Darius Garland, even though I fully agree, like he has put up in two playoffs some of the worst
Yes,
playoff performances I have ever watched. Like he's on par with like Nick's Julius Randle. It's bad. It's awful.
which is ironic
Um,
because he just traded for James Harden, who's a known playoff dropper.
that's so this is where my issue lies with trade. Now that you've brought it up,
Yeah,
is that so Garland? First off, if he ends up getting back to his All Star self, the Clippers have themselves a point guard for the next few years. Which who knows what's going to go on with that roster, but to at least have a solidified point guard is a great start.
I
With
think for the Clippers fans, it's just like some excitement for the next 5 years, like
Yeah,
let alone
it'll
maybe
put
even
butts
10.
in seats.
but the thing with Cleveland, with them making this move, is that this team doesn't inspire me. They won 64 games and looked dominant and lost in the second round. This team doesn't
They did.
inspire me.
They did.
And
They
I
definitely
mean,
lost.
yes, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, very good defenders, but we saw Mitchell Robinson bully both of them by himself in the playoffs.
Hmm.
And that was when they still had, Isaac Okoro, who terrible on offense, but a very good defender. They don't have a guy like that this year. DeAndre Hunter, yeah, he's one of the better perimeter defenders. Not that crazy good. He was still more focused on scoring. And they brought in Keon Ellis, but you're not playing Keon Ellis with Harden and Garland. Like, Steve Nash is not coaching this team. They're being coached by Kenny Atkinson, who's actually a good coach. It's a whole other rant. The Nets firing Kenny Atkinson is one of the worst moves ever. Um, but I don't fully love the fact for me, I've been advocating that they should have traded Darius Garland over a season ago, just because of his playoff performances. Like
Yeah, I've been saying that they've had this roster for 4 years, and what we've seen for the last 4 years that it's not working.
the roster's always made no sense to me. It's made a little more sense this year since Dean Wade has been their starting three. Little more sense, but like when their lineup was, so you had Garland, Mitchell, Struess, Mobley, and Allen. So you had 2-6-1 guards who can't play defense. Then you've got Max Strus, who's basically a 6'4" player that doesn't work at small forward. Like I'm a Heat fan. He worked at small forward because we had Bam, because we had Jimmy. Caleb Martin, same thing happened with him. He worked as a four on the Heat. He went to the Sixers. They played him at the four, and he got abused. And Struz at the three has always made no sense. He's been out for the whole season. And then now they've got, I mean, Harden's a little taller. He can match up better in the paint if he gets a switch. But, like, I feel like they're basically just doing. Harden's a better player, obviously. But this doesn't do enough.
For now,
And
it is for now.
yeah, like
Again, in 2 years, I mean, what is this roster going to look like?
he might be gone this offseason. Who knows?
Exactly. And there is one thing. I mean, he is playing. I mean, he's someone, especially in the regular season, we know that he is going to be on the court. He's been dealing with that turf toe injury like off and on for however long that has been. Probably, what was that, since the playoffs?
Yeah.
Last year. So there is that side of it where it's like, okay, we just need people on this roster that are all-star caliber. I don't really know if trading for a 36-year-old James Harden is going to do that. Well, he has a track record of leaving these franchises kind of in shambles after he leaves. So
Yeah.
I mean, we know the James Harden experience. We don't know the Darius. I mean, we don't know the Darius Garland experience.
Probably more 4-21 games in the playoffs, but
Well, again, you just traded for James Harden, who's like top level of that.
So according to James Harden himself, which he has no reason to lie, the man has been openly requesting trades his entire career.
He's very open about it, which is good. Yeah,
he did not request this trade at all. This had nothing to do with him. This was completely with the Cavs or the Clippers' decision. Mm-hmm. So I believe it because when it came to Houston, he was open about it. When it came to Brooklyn, he was open about it. And when it came to Philly, he was open about all three of those teams. He has no reason to hide it now. If you're looking at this in a sense of Cleveland has had the struggles and they've had the issue where recently they don't think Donovan Mitchell is going to resign. I don't blame him for not resigning. This team has kind of set everything up for him and has completely failed. He has to carry everybody in the playoffs because Evan Mobley decides either Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's never going to set anybody up. Darius Garland, you're supposed to be setting up Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley's not going to go out and get his own shot. James Harden will help that problem tenfold. But according to reports, James Harden is who Donovan Mitchell wanted. So I don't even think of this trade as them being like, all right, this is the one we need to win this year. This is like, all right, we got to keep Donovan Mitchell somehow. And he wants James Harden. We're going to go get him because – and now they're talking about how James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are going to go in and advocate to get LeBron to come back to Cleveland next year. That doesn't really solve any problems either.
It's written in the stars, though. It is written in the stars for his farewell.
It would be nice. It would be Donovan. I don't know what the package he's going to have to take either a major pay cut or Evan Mobley and or Jared Allen are going to be gone.
Yeah, LeBron's gonna have to sign on like the vet mint,
and he's not going to because it's LeBron.
Yeah,
and he's with Rich Paul, and if Rich Paul would probably cut him as his client if LeBron said he was going to take a vet min. So this was definitely I don't want to say a panic move, but this was a move where Cleveland saw, okay, this isn't going to work. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell do not like playing together. At least Darius Garland doesn't. Darius Garland looks very happy to be going to L.A. So we have to go. Donovan wants James Harden. We're going to go get James Harden. Hopefully James Harden can make Evan Mobley look better in the playoffs because James Harden will do that. James Harden's going to set up his big. So there's going to be the benefit of that. And they're going to hope it works. They're going to have to hope it works because they're really trying to bank on this big four, big three, whatever you want to call it. And from what we've seen since Donovan Mitchell's gotten there and they've run the DG, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen thing, it hasn't worked. So they're going to hope that this move at least gets them somewhere in this Eastern Conference, especially when the Eastern Conference is as weak as it has been, as it is this year, with injuries. This should have been the year for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win 60 games, not last year, and they're nowhere near it right now.
You're the Clippers, and you're kind of blowing it up. You forget that pick that the Thunder might have, that's hanging in the balance now. This Clippers team was going all the way up. They were going to maybe keep that Thunder pick out of the lottery, do whatever it was that it might have been, right? Now it's that Thunder pick is going to be top 5. We're talking about the Thunder getting AJ DeBonsa.
They won't be top 5. They're way too far. They're way too far ahead, and the teams below them are so far behind.
So are you saying
they just need to win if they win 10 more games, they're not going to be top 5 unless if they get a crazy lottery bounce. Like they win 10 more games, they're going to be 33, 49 at worst.
They have the 6th easiest schedule left too, so it won't. They're not going to get a top 5 pick.
Okay, so I was going to say because that was my concern was that the Clippers are going to go ice cold here, and that pick we're going to start creeping towards the lottery again. But you guys don't seem too worried about it, so I don't see any issue with this. I don't think this is going to work in Cleveland, though. I get it's the right idea. I get why they're trying to do it, but I don't know. Like I'm just skeptical of James Harden in clutch situations, as I have been since he left Houston.
I think the one thing now, though, at least that we can say is we've seen James Harden give up duds in the playoffs. He'll give you like 2 games per series where he looks really good. The only thing I can say now is usually that comes from a team where he has to be the guy. He has to be the first option. Ain't no way in hell he's taking shots away from Donovan Mitchell in a playoff series where Donovan Mitchell always comes through. So, like, maybe that's enough, but I don't think it will be.